It's your boy, Wavywebsurf here. What's up, guys? So recently, it looks like PewDiePie has gotten in trouble again. And this time, it wasn't accusations of being racist against Jewish people. It's because he said the N-word on a live stream. Now, PewDiePie has gone and gave his apology video for it. You know, it is what it is. He's gonna get attacked by these people who are trying to basically destroy YouTubers from outside old media. Now, the point of this video today isn't to discuss whether PewDiePie should or should not have said the N-word. That's a whole nother thing that I don't want to get into over here because it just ain't worth it. I want to look more into why these outside media sources like the Wall Street Journal and other old media keep targeting PewDiePie as if he's like the sole representative of the entire YouTube community. I've seen a few videos of other commentators here on YouTube kind of saying that they don't really mind PewDiePie saying the N-word, but they feel like he should adjust his behavior accordingly because, after all, he is the face of YouTube. Right? Well, is he? I was kind of inspired to make this video because of a Twitter video I saw from Keemstar, believe it or not. Keemstar is kind of just putting out this idea that maybe PewDiePie isn't the face of YouTube anymore. I'm going to show you the video right now just for some context.
PewDiePie is the face of YouTube. So when he messes up, it affects us all.
PewDiePie is not the face of YouTube, and he hasn't been the face of YouTube for like well over a year.
She is the face of YouTube. She is also the face of YouTube. And Mr. Logan Paul is the face of YouTube.
PewDiePie hasn't been the face of YouTube for a very long time. And when he became the face of YouTube, it's when he first became the biggest YouTuber. But during like the summer of 2016, his content really started changing. He started memeing a lot. He started making like really edgy jokes and stuff. And ever since he changed his content, he just hasn't been the face of YouTube. He just hasn't. These other people that I mentioned are the ones that YouTube sends out to meet the Pope and the President. They don't send PewDiePie.
So Keemstar is just kind of saying that, yeah, there was a time where PewDiePie was the face of YouTube, but that's not the case anymore. And I can see what he's saying and what he's trying to get at, but I have to say I do disagree. At least for this point in time, I feel like PewDiePie is sort of the guy that represents YouTube. I'm talking about in a very macro sense. Like, I'm not talking about within the YouTube community. There's a lot of YouTubers on YouTube right now that actually make the movements, the big shifts within content. Like, I'm talking people like H3 or iDubbbz, or people like the Paul brothers and the KSIs. Those kind of people who are really like driving the narrative of YouTube forward right now. Keemstar also mentions Lisa Koshy and Superwoman, which are, you know, they're pretty good. These people are pretty well known within the community. But if you go to a complete pleb, a person who does not watch YouTube at all, they're watching freaking cable television, keeping up with the Kardashians, they don't get on YouTube, all they think it is cat videos. If you were to talk to this person and you had one opportunity to mention a YouTuber and they would know who the fuck you're talking about, I'm gonna guess 9 times out of 10, if you mention PewDiePie, they're gonna at least sort of know what you're talking about. PewDiePie was big at this time where like YouTube blew up. So most people didn't even really know what was going on YouTube back in like 2014, early 2015 era is when YouTube really became like part of the mainstream. And PewDiePie was on top during this time. I mean, he was in a fucking South Park episode. Like, that's a pretty big little platform for you to get your name out there. I'm just saying, most people aren't really gonna know who you're talking about if you're talking to like an H3 or a Lisa Koshy or a Superwoman. But if you're like PewDiePie, people are instantly like, PewDiePie, YouTube, got it. I know exactly what you're talking about. So if you're going up to your grandma and you're like, I just saw this PewDiePie video, your mom will be like, oh, that's PewDiePie, that guy that makes them YouTube videos. Yeah, I know all about him. But if you're like H3 or any of those other peeps, they don't know what the hell you're talking about. pleb people do like to watch those like YouTube comedian vlog style videos like the Lisa Koshy ones, But I don't think she's anywhere near the most like known in the entire like space of YouTubers. I think PewDiePie is still up there. I will say though, I mean, things can change though. His content has kind of shifted and YouTube doesn't really seem to be as eager to promote him as the face of their platform. And that's another thing. YouTube does pick faces that they want. And these Lisa Koshy types are like super marketable, super ad friendly. So YouTube does put them on trending. YouTube does put them up where they kind of keep PewDiePie back down in the closet. Like they don't want him to be promoted just because of how controversial he can be. But I think in a greater macro sense, he really is the most known YouTuber ever. I mean, everyone knows who PewDiePie is. Mainstream people know about him. I understand that the platform's always shifting, but PewDiePie was just around at a special time for YouTube, just, you know, when it was really growing ridiculously, and he'll always have that concreted down as like the YouTuber that was the biggest ever. Even if he gets passed in subs, it's like PewDiePie will always be there. So is PewDiePie still the face of YouTube? I would say he's definitely the most known YouTuber, and the most amount of people in the world know who he is compared to other YouTubers. But as far as like representing what YouTube is becoming, I don't think so. He's a little bit too edgy for that. Anyways, guys, this was just one of those little discussion videos that I'm known to make, per se. I hope you have a good one. Wavywebsurf out. Don't get too triggered. It's just my opinion, man. It's just my opinion. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at @TheWavyWebsurf. And if you want to have a chance to get comment of the day in the next video, leave a comment below. Make sure you check me out on Discord. I'm in there talking to peeps. Link in the description. And if you want to be super homie, donate to me on Patreon. Peace.